All right. Hey. What's going on, everybody? What?
Good evening. Yeah.
Hey. Sorry, I had it was playing in the background. So, hey, well, what a great start to my stream here. I am Mo Zamboni, and we are joined by Professor Savage Dad. Not that you could know that because there's no tags on here. So we're learning this. But
Yeah, where are the
welcome.
tags at? I was trying to get rid of mine last night while I was game streaming in Rumble Studio.
All right, let's see. So we got live chat here. We'll go into all that. We'll try out all the things. I got to tell you, the banners are the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm afraid to even see them. It's like if Microsoft Paint had an illegitimate child with like PowerPoint. This is what these banners look like. It is the worst.
Yeah, they're bad. They could have at least made them transparent. There's so many options that they could have done that they just we're just here you go, banners.
Yeah, test my button. Hey, what's up, Nick Weiser? How you doing? Let's bring this up. Hey, test your buttons. Oh, nice transition there. It's like instantaneous. Bam! Come right up. No transitions whatsoever. Test your buttons. I'm testing my buttons. We're going to go through all of these. So, my name is Mo Zamboni. This is StreamYard Sucks because it's the truth. StreamYard Sucks. We're going to be testing multiple different platforms to see if there's an alternative to StreamYard. And here are the biggest problems with StreamYard. StreamYard, it messes up sometimes. Sometimes you can't join a room. Sometimes it automatically changes your camera, which is a big problem for people who have avatars. Sometimes it removes your audio feed and your video feed right in the middle of a stream, and you have to re-enter, and there's no reason for it. It'll change sources. But the worst thing of all is that they want way too much money for what they're asking. On the GCA, by the way, I got my shirt. Finally, after 4 months, that's a whole different thing. But it is we had the top one because we have so many panel members. We need all of the options that are available to it. It was $400 and something a month. It is when it re-ups here in about 2 months, it's going to be $827. That is ridiculous for
That's
all of the
insane.
problems we've been having. And we've had done last week, Jessica in the chat can attest to, or certainly other people that are on the panel, we could not get a room to start. Nobody could join the room, and we tried everything for 30 minutes. So we had to start 30 minutes late. It was ridiculous. And that was beyond the last straw. That was like an anvil on the camel's back. So we're not doing that. So tonight we are going to use Rumble Studio Premium. So you get Rumble Studio Premium if you're a premium member on YouTube, which I just paid for about a week
on
ago.
Rumble.
Yep, Rumble. And it allows you to stream to multiple platforms. Right now I'm streaming to X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, YouTube, and Rumble. And right now I can see people in the chat, and I can bring it up. So before we go into the brass tacks of what's going on here and what we're comparing everything to, I'm going to see who's in the chat. So we have Nerd Files. How you doing? And then we have Nick Weiser. What's up, my man? That was so fun streaming with you a few minutes ago. I'll check you out later on TNT. Something of a transition myself. And then we have James Brighter in the chat. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I've seen some streams where the transition, it's like this. It's a lot less janky than that. It just looks really nasty. Like it just goes click. I'm gonna look at the stream as it goes on here, and I'm gonna see how it kind of brings stuff up. Hey.
I feel that way, like doing the countdown video as well. It's so like no extra transition. Like it's not smooth. It's just like this immediate thing. Like I guess I could make a transition or a countdown that maybe fades. Probably be a little better, something like that. But I don't know. I feel like it's janky.
Yeah, and there's quite a substantial lag here. I'm just going to do it an empirical test. I'm just going to go like this. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I just saw it.
9, 10. Did you?
Yeah.
Are you in Rumble or are you in YouTube?
I'm in YouTube. Are you watching in Rumble?
I'm watching on
I didn't
YouTube. I'm like watching
bring
it
up Rumble.
live. So it's fairly substantial. I know there's a backroom setting to be able to make it go faster, but then you might lose chat or something. So it's a fairly substantial lag from what I can tell. I don't know if that's based on where you're at, but anyways, so the we're going to go over certain things in the chat. I have a list here, but the first thing I'm going to do, which is the most important, is we're going to go over pricing. So I've kind of did some research before because you have to make sure that you have enough seats, you have enough, it has to tick off the thing. So here's my requirements, and this might not be the same for everybody. Need to have enough panel members. Rumble Studio is my first one because only goes up to 9, even if you're on premium, which is kind of an odd number, but that's the most it'll do. It'll only do 9 members on stream, which is kind of a problem for the GCA. So it's kind of it depends. Probably not going to go with Rumble, but I want to give it its just due anyways. So it goes up to 9. I don't know if that's free or paid, but it looks like it's both because they don't make a discernment. You only know until when you start get into Rumble Studio. It's $10 a month because it's Rumble Premium, or it's $100 a year. Now, far be it from me, I can't tell what the extra features are in this gosh darn thing. It's just, it just doesn't, I don't see what else would be extra. It doesn't say anything. It doesn't say this, doesn't denote it. But anyways,
I think you just get access to it because I've been streaming with Rumble for long before Studio.
Mm-hmm.
Back when it was go, hit the plus,
right? And I've done streams with that too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that was through StreamYard or OBS that I would shove it out through. But, the only thing that really, I don't think that anything changed. It just gave you Studio because I had in order to stream it all with Rumble, to be able to have your video store there, stay on there, and other things. I was already kind of paying. I think I was paying like $5 a month or something to be able to do a longer stream. I can't remember what their old tiers even were. It's been so long, but it was like $5 or $10 a month. You got so much storage and so much bandwidth that you could stream through Rumble with a month. It wasn't terribly expensive. And then I just upgraded to premium. Actually, I got premium because I did the whole Crowder Mug Club thing, and it just moved over to premium. So I've yet to actually buy premium. I got migrated over when Crowder migrated all of his stuff into Rumble. So
right on. So
I don't know that it added more for me or anything like that, though.
All right. Yeah. No, I don't know, but okay. So I found where the brand is. They don't make it real easy to find.
Oh, geez, there it is.
Yeah, there so we got our names and everything.
What's that in branding or something?
No. So it says default, but it doesn't tell you if there's anything else. That it just says default, and that's it. Oh. So, anywho, so let's see viewership stats. It'll show that's interesting, and then donation. The banners are the worst. I can't change this banner. I cannot edit how this looks. All it does is let me do the text. Okay.
Oh, yours are slightly. Oh, so it took the
branding. Okay, so it took the brand. Yeah. Okay. I don't use banners that much, but it's just for people that do. And
and it would be nice if they explained all what that affected when you're doing that.
This is gonna be the worst option, though.
Understanding.
Hold on. Right there. Why would you have the banner right there? Unless you're like, let's be a Cyclops. See if you can get down there. There you go.
There you go. Yeah.
I mean, options are good, but this one might make more sense. I could see that one, but
yeah, it's not so bad.
But as far as
I was doing banners last night, and it was white background with black text, and I'm like, this is terrible. I'm just shutting this off. Not even gonna fuck with it.
Yeah. So. Let's see here. So live chat. So I'm messing around with everything here, guys. I got to say the private chat's pretty good. Not that you'll see anything in there. I can text something that Professor Savage did. Only he knows it.
Yes.
Yes, he got his couch back. All right. So,
I did not take it back.
all right. So this is cool. I'm gonna take off the live chat overlay. I could see that being interesting, but I can't edit anything. Like it won't let me. There's no like bottom left. It just puts it janky all the way up on the right with no margin. I can't say I like that very much. Um,
Yeah.
the other thing I don't like very much. Here, I'll take that off there. We'll take the banner off because that's distracting. Stop it. All right. So we're back. Okay. So I'm looking at the ways to be able to. Okay, so there's solo. Obviously, that's no fun for the guest.
Yeah.
And then there's background where we'll just show the background. But when I'm in duo, I don't see any other options to kind of put
There, I've
you.
yet to find it either. And I know exactly like this cell phone format that it's almost putting you in with two people. I kind of hate it.
Because here's the problem, chat, is I can't apply my brand because I had uploaded some files. There is a certain brand that that I've made for the GCA that is kind of fun. It needs to be in the background. Even if there's one person, I need to have that video border. Which
Yep.
that's the other thing. There are no video backgrounds. You have to upload GIFs, and they don't let you know what the limit is. You can turn a video into a GIF for free if you go to easygift.com. It's actually a really useful site for that kind of thing, but they won't let you upload videos at all. Like it just won't even try. But there's an arbitrary file limit, and it won't let you know what it is. From what I can tell, it's 25 megabytes, which is not good for a full blown video. So I'll share that with you guys.
Yeah.
It kind of stinks that this is I can't do this. Like right now, this. I gotta say, I'm out on Rumble Studio, but let's see here. So there's a few options. You can show like layouts. You got presentation, which I'll try to share my screen here in a little bit. There's nothing up, so I won't do it. But if I go to background, okay. So it just shows my background. Whoop de freaking do.
Yep.
So I uploaded this GIF earlier and I was hoping I could use it as the background, which there we go. It's loading in. It's a looping Starfield animation. It's a free stock photo. And I was hoping that we would be in it like StreamYard. But when I try to bring up everybody, when I say auto or duo, I just click the buttons. It does the same thing. Now I've lost my background. So my brand is essentially limited to this guy right here. And that's a problem because that's kind of tiny and I can't change that either. So,
yeah.
So, it's as far as like quarterbacking everything, I got to say the interface for the chat is nice because what I can do is I can say, okay, I made at the beginning of the stream, there's a button that says I can add Professor Savage Dad as a moderator. I mean, I'm assuming that's for the Rumble side. So I can auto add. That is nice to be able to grab somebody off the panel and say, you're a moderator now.
Yeah, I was like, oh, look at this. I can start the stream in the stream. Let's not click any of these buttons. I'm like, okay. And then I saw down in the corner, I'm like, oh, he hit me with the mod. Okay. I was like, what was weird with this setup that it gave me too much access, but I saw that you had the mod there. And yeah, that is nice. That is one thing that a lot of people get frustrated with StreamYard is like something happens and you've got to like nope out of the stream and you don't know if you'll be back before it closes, but you don't want to kill the whole stream. You're the one running the stream though. So it's like on the fly moderating would be very nice add for StreamYard.
Yes, that is I like that option. That is actually incredibly useful. If it's somebody you trust and you don't want to go through the rigmarole of getting them in, which I can understand that it's a nice way to kind of have some security and stuff like that. But this is nice because it's just for the stream. You're not a perma mod or anything like that. So let's see. Yeah, Midnight's Edge raid. Thank you guys. Yes, I was just on Midnight's Edge After Dark, which was really fun. But they raided me. Thank you very much. This is much more fun, even though this is very it's the Rumble Studio is a bit of a letdown, but I'm sure not as much as Thunderbolts guys, but we'll see. But so far, if this is what the free version gets you, I would say, give it a try. If it allows you to do this with these options, I would say this is pretty good value for free, but it's very limiting right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see what happens when I share here. Give me a moment. Let me find something. here, we'll just share this. So I was looking at the portable PlayStation 6 rumors, which who the heck knows? Rumors have been crap since time immemorial.
Yeah, I keep hearing that about Xbox too, or I'd heard that there was going to be the next console is a standalone, but they're going to have a mobile side one to it, and it's like, we'll see.
All right,
everything's mobile now because the Switch 2 sold millions upon millions of consoles.
Okay, so with this, I can. Okay, so the screens and I probably should record the screen right now. This is why it's a test stream, guys. Thanks for the 30 people that are watching, the 3 on Rumble and the 28 on YouTube. That's nice because in the upper right-hand corner, I'm going to take a screen capture of this, actually. Do the whole one. I'll do it later. But it gives you a nice readout of who's where in total. That's nice because you have to hover your mouse in StreamYard to be able to do that. To just have it readily available. The layout is much better than StreamYard. It's StreamYard-esque, but I like it a little better. So, let's see here. So I'm going to try to add the screen. So with this, I can, with the people, I can drag and click and move them around. Okay. Sorry if I gave anybody a medical issue there. But when I click on screen, nothing happens. Screen is just dead. So what I got to do is go to the layout and I go presentation.
There it goes. Yeah. You lack so many options that you kind of got used to in StreamYard too, is one of the things that, like, being able to deal with these layouts a little better. But I do like that, like, look, you get the form factor that you would expect your camera to be in when you're presenting something.
Yes, but I want this layout. I want the 16:9 layout all the time. But if I hit duo, it's two ugly fathers like zoomed in. So it's with extraordinary beards. Exactly. We are all right in the beard department. Yes. Very nice. But this is, and you can see the granularity. That's the other thing. Like, we don't need to be this zoomed in, but I don't have a choice. There's no choices. Just if I go back to this, I can do that. If we add more people.
Can I zoom out there? I can zoom out a little bit. That's it though.
Oh, can you? I don't have that option. Oh,
this is with my camera.
I got an SLR, man. I'm gonna have to like get up there and do like some Jane Goodall crap.
Oh, which SLR are you messing with?
Well, I didn't get it for webcam. I did it for
photography.
When I had a lull in my freelancing, I'm like, I'm gonna learn photography. Then I got into streaming and I just put that on a stick and said, okay, I guess it's my webcam now. So it's fun.
I did that with my mirrorless for a while. Ooh, that looks terrible. Let me fix myself. There we go. I had my Sony A7C that I used forever, and then I got very paranoid that I was going to knock it off because I was using it with a pretty nice lens, and I was like, look, this Elgato camera is on sale on Amazon. I'm going to buy this and not worry about dumping $3,000 off the back side of my desk at any given point.
Yeah. So to that end, let's see here. So another thing that I've noticed is the video quality is just garbage coming out of Rumble Studio. I don't know if you're looking at the feed right now, but
yeah, I see it.
It is compressed within an inch of its life. It is very, very compressed.
Yeah, it's insanely compressed.
Which helps with the blemishes on your face, but it doesn't help with the stream because it's a little. Yes, I need to do some exfoliation, but yeah. So that's that. So I can stop screen share. Let's see what else we got here. Disable camera, manage participants. Okay, so you can require approval, or you can just make it easier for them to get in. And they looks like there is some. You got copy, invite link, and things like that. It's not bad. It's just a stripped down StreamYard is what it is right now with a few. I would say the interaction with the audience is probably the best part here because, you can bring people up and change your brand to your liking. Kind of, you have some basic options like here. I'll go back to that actually. So we can do live chat, viewership stats. Let's see. You can also do background music if you want to. There's a way to loop audio. I'm not going to do that right now, but it does let you loop videos and audios, audio feeds. They have overlays. I don't even know what graphic is. It just tells you graphic. It's like, okay, Oh, so you can do like graphics for the top and the bottom, the left and the right. Graphic will cover entire okay, yeah. So you have options, but you can't change the cameras, and that's a big problem, man. I have a massive
Yeah,
problem.
the layout,
The layout of
all the layout stuff is not great.
Yep. And just the poor, and I'm paying for this. I don't. This is not the free option. This is the paid option, the $10
Yeah.
month option. So I got to say, even though StreamYard does not have the best video quality, depending on what option you've signed up for, it's very Rumble Studio is very subpar. So
yeah,
I mean,
this compression is like I'm watching it in Rumble, and then I'm over on YouTube, and the compression is so. And I see this when I stream from Rumble Studio as well. The compression just makes everything so smoothed. Like this almost, what do you call it? Like blur, but I'm trying to think of the term for it, but like it isn't necessarily that it's blurry, but it's not clean, it's not crisp. It looks kind of flat.
yeah.
One nice thing that they have that always frustrated me with StreamYard, though, that Rumble did, is that the number of places you can actually actively stream to is pretty nice, because you can push this out to a ton of places and add other, miscellaneous stuff to it that isn't even available. Oh, your cam.
Why did I go away?
Refresh
Why did I go away?
browser.
Oh, okay. It just changed my camera randomly. That's nice.
Did it?
That's not. Yes, it did.
What camera is it pointing to?
Privacy view camera. It's not. It's AMD. Like where it basically tracks your eyes. It's not even a camera. It's like a camera name only.
An eye tracking thing. Yeah.
Here,
so that's odd. I've never had that happen before, but and I have multiple cameras attached, though they're both active. The other camera is a document camera that acts as my background when I'm using my NVIDIA filters. That's not the right one. I should have turned that off before. There we go. The normal background.
Rumble's not good. I don't even have that desktop with StreamYard. And when I reinitial it, I had to refresh my screen. And I lost my entire chat.
Yep.
Now my chat's gone. All I can see.
You did?
Diagonal. I can't look at anything in the past now.
Oh, yep. That is so. And I told you to refresh because I've experienced this problem with other people that use Rumble, and yeah, it's not great. Not a fan of it doing that. So that's definitely a bit of a problem. One problem I don't have, though, while the video sucks and the refresh things suck with Rumble, one of my biggest nightmares with StreamYard would do this thing, and it didn't matter it seemed like it didn't care if I turned echo cancellation off, but it would take control of the mic and it would just start turning it down.
Like
it would just shut, or at my volume, my mic, and it would just shut my audio down. It would just force it. So I would like hold or click on audio in Windows. Like it would, after the stream had gone for a while, it would start doing this thing where it would start, like you could see the audio going down, 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 and maybe it would come back up, and eventually it would go down, and it would stay down. And I'd have to sit here and click to keep the audio up so I could hear the end of the stream or something. Like if I did a 2-hour stream, that was inevitably going to happen. Drove me nuts.
Yeah, it's so. Let's see. Yeah, I was going to go an hour talking with this, but I'm so unimpressed right now with how this is going. Like I know Rumble is going through growing pains, and I'd heard some good things about it, but this is just for somebody that is a graphic designer and that loves that's one thing StreamYard does pretty well is your branding. It does a great job of letting you set up different brands and letting you kind of get into the weeds as far as like, customization. So, I got to give it a low rating though. And I'll rate everything at the end here just to button it all up. But, yeah, it's just, I don't know, man. Being this my first experience using Rumble Studio, I gotta say, this is why I made it my first one. I had a feeling it was going to be less than spectacular, and it is. It's not.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm not paying for this. I'm not even using this for free. It's not good. It just isn't. I'm sorry. It's very
No.
lackluster, and the fact that it was going to have the same dependability issues, even worse than StreamYard. If my camera changes and I have to refresh and I lose my entire chat, if somebody sends a donation, I'm probably going to lose it. That's a problem,
No, it's a huge problem. Like, I don't know what it is. The big guys I don't know that the big guys are using this by default. I have a feeling a lot of people who use this live in OBS like I do.
Mhm.
So when I'm doing a solo stream, all of my shit is set up in OBS and I just run it out of there and I virtual cam into this. Now, if you do more panel streams or you're running panel streams, I don't know how the hell you're doing it. No clue. I would not try.
Yeah.
So if you're a solo person, you could probably get by on this to some extent.
Oh yeah. The sharing's nice. I mean, the way it shares the screen. I don't have it up anymore, but that's nice. It's just they're kind of missing it because what makes it nice is the 16:9 aspect ratio of people in there and the full overlay.
Yep.
It's kind of nice to jump into that, but yeah.
So if you've got overlays and backgrounds, and like me, I'm sitting here messing with my camera. Like when I'm in OBS, in this view, I have to pull my camera up a bit in OBS just to make it look right. Because see, where am I at? It keeps jumping off the wrong camera. There we go. Like, see, normally I'm here, but if I push it up here, now I look more like where I want to be in this annoying aspect ratio they give us.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm with you on that one, Naganal. Ugh. See, there's another problem. My name tag is blending in with the overlay. That's just. Come on, guys. What are we doing here? I mean, yeah, I got to change. I've been messing with the brand here, but yeah,
that looks terrible.
That is cool. It looks like something's growing out of the banner. It's like it's like The Thing, but not nearly as fun to watch. But yeah. Well,
there it went. Let's see. There we go.
So before my camera, yeah, the losing the chat after refreshing, that's inexcusable. That's a no-go right there.
Yeah,
somebody super chat and I have to have somebody go find it while we have a guest on. That's not going to work. Yeah, I'm not impressed with Rumble.
Yeah, no.
So I'm going to keep this one short, Professor Savage Dad, just because it's like being on a date, blind date, and you're just like, yeah, this is not going to work. You already come in and they're missing an eye and stuff. If you're missing an eye, I'm sorry, but
some teeth missing.
Yeah, it's like, all right, maybe they got a good personality. No, their personality sucks too. So
yeah, it's like, oh, it's the first thing you hear, and you're like,
hi, Daddy. It's like
there's some extra things there too that I didn't expect to be there.
Yeah, this had stubble coming to the and I'm like, maybe it's a hormone. No, yeah. So yeah, so I'm just going to go through what I give it as far as ratings here. So I'm going to skip. So I'm going to go down the list, and you can comment however you'd like there, Professor Savage Dad. I'd love to hear your input. But so as far as the pricing goes, for $100 a year, if we're going to do it, not judging anything else, I would say 8 out of 10 because $100 a year is cheap as far as a platform.
Yeah, and if there was, and that's the premium platform, you get their ad-free stuff. If you're a big fan of some of the creators on here, you're getting that in addition to the stuff. Like, I'm not paying for this. I'm a Crowder fan, so I watched Crowder, and I was in Mug Club. Like I said, I didn't even pay for Rumble Premium. They just transitioned me into it because I had a Mug Club membership. So
right on,
I just have it.
So that is beneficial. It's like a much more ghetto version of Amazon Prime, where you get your free shipments. You can watch your Rumble streams without commercials and stuff like that, and things of that. So it's like an all-in-one thing, but you also get studio. So this is the full-blown studio I'm using, which I'm using that term incredibly loosely right now. So the pricing 8 out of 10, but if you're going to compare it to like with whatever else is available, it's like a 4 or 5 out of 10 as far as what you get out of it. And I'm going to get into that here.
Yeah.
So as far as customization and features, I mean, I wrote 5 out of it's like a 3 out of 10. It's really bad. Like it's ham-handed and it's like somebody programmed it in CSS. If you know what I'm talking about. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's just like it's somebody that is just trying to like force it into being instead of understanding how graphical overlays work. Like it's more of a computer than it is a television show. Like they don't understand the polish that needs to go on it. They knew that in the days of Amiga, of doing TV overlays. 35 years ago, 40 years ago, they had it down and they don't have it here. Like I shouldn't, when I click on something, it shouldn't be like blam, flashbang, blam, blam. You know, that stinks and it shouldn't mix in with the background. And which once again, I don't have a background. Unless I say background, why would I want this option? This option stinks.
I don't know who this is for. I've said that for some time. Like, why is that even an option up here? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna monetize me or throw money at me for or put me on the front page after this. But you know what? You got to get better. All right, I'm a graphic designer. I am used to criticism, and I'll hand it out and I'll take it. That's fine. But if you're gonna get better, you best pay attention to what your shortfalls are, and there's a lot of them. Losing the chat is the worst. That's it. Like I can't do that.
Yeah. Custom overlays would be such a that doesn't seem like
which
that
you can do that.
A terrible thing.
You can do that. Yeah, you can do that, but I'm afraid it's going to crash. No, I'm just kidding. Let me just add one from my. This is one of my favorites from the GCA because I have some overlays. I'll just grab one. Where is it? So let's see. I'll look for it here. But yeah, no, it's here. I'll just throw my logo on there. Just I don't give a crap. I just want to create overlay. There you go. Leighton Gay with the GCA. So it looks like looks like it'll go over, but you know that's fine and all. But with the lack of look, it's an overlay. If I'm taking up most of the screen right now. You know?
Yeah, and you can't put it wherever you want it to be. You can't customize it. Like you can't customize your layouts on the screen. So you can't customize your camera layouts. You can't work with your aspect ratios at all. It's
this is I see the beginnings of something good, but they have a very long way to go. But as far as Backroom, that's where they're doing well. Okay, I did put 7 out of 10 networking, but they have a 3 out of 10 because I lost my chat. I lost all my chat when I had to refresh. That's a problem. That being said, I really like the.
Did you lose private as well?
Yep, private's gone. So, but that happens in StreamYard too, even if you're on a paid. So that's normal. I'm the admin on the GC. I'm the one that technically runs the account. Technically, I say that just because the email that we use, that's the one that's the main person, the admin. And if you crash out of that, you lose your private chat, which is garbage. Like I had our guest yesterday, Eric. He dropped his links in the chat, and I had to switch computers because I was doing stuff where I have all my graphic design stuff on, and my desktop's a lot more dependable on a stream. So I was switching. I lost my private chat, which is ridiculous. I should never lose my private chat. Why would I lose my private chat?
Yeah.
So when I'm the admin of all people. So yeah,
you shouldn't lose any chat. That should just be there while the show was still live.
And it's rudimentary. The rudimentary issues that I have with StreamYard are like magnified in Rumble Studio. Like it's not good. The Backroom is not good. But it does have a good interface. I do like how you got easy access to all of the platforms, and you can stream to a lot, and you don't have to do a whole bunch of setup like you do on StreamYard for some other platforms. Which that is that's like Rumble's fault that it doesn't integrate that well. It's not StreamYard's fault. I can't blame them for that. But as far as that goes, Backroom's a 3 out of 10. Cannot lose a chat. That is inexcusable. And if it loses donations too, that's also a problem. So. Now going to multi-platform, I'd say 8 out of 10. The way to set up the stream on here is very nice. It does a really good job of integrating. They've got that done very well, but that is the lipstick on the pig. That is Rumble Studio Premium right now. So,
one more Backroom thing, actually. Mm-hmm. The moderator on the fly.
Oh yes. Thank you for reminding me. That's a really nice touch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I like. So moderator on the fly, like make person a moderator. Also, one thing I noticed is I can visually see audio levels during the stream. So I can go in here and I can adjust audio levels. So it'll tell me what the audio level coming in and what we are respectively to each other in respect to the stream. So I can level it to get everybody sounding the same volume. That's nice.
That is nice.
That is nice to see that visually, because just hear it. I don't know if I'm coming in hot. And I don't know if anybody else is coming in hot to the audience. It's hard to tell. You can do monitors, but that doesn't help anything,
Yeah.
So, So there's some promising things, like the backroom stuff. I like if they had a lot of this stuff in StreamYard, it would be really nice. But losing my camera, having to refresh, total instant loser. Not having any more than 9 people for a lot of people, it's not a problem. For the GCA, that's a problem. I can't do that.
Yeah.
And just losing your chat is inexcusable. That's an automatic fail. So, I'd love to stretch this out a little farther, guys. But the final grade from Mo Zamboni is an F. It's a fail. I cannot use this. This is not a great replacement for StreamYard. Maybe it's a C if you're a small creator and you're just trying to get off the ground.
Yeah,
but it's an F to me. There's just too many problems.
Yeah, that would be my perspective of it. I'm much smaller. I don't stream with nearly as many people constantly. It is what I use. I'm not happy with it, but I've yet to see anything else that's kind of worth ponying up cash for to do it. So that's part of the reason I'm here and why I'm looking forward to the rest of this month, getting to check out the rest of these, because I think that's pretty helpful for streamers to see these things. But yeah, this would be, even though I use it for game streams and 3D printing streams and stuff like that, I would never try to host a panel on this.
Oh, this is poison for a panel. And just multiply the problems I had as being the admin and multiply that times 8 or 9 other people or 10 other people. Or because some of these streaming platforms will go even higher than that, which is insane. I think that's a bit too much to have like 13 to 6. One of these has 16 people. That's pandemonium.
Oh man, you should get 16 people just for that particular test.
There we go. Let me see which one that is real quick.
Wild.
I got my list here. 16 was, and I think you got to pay it's onestream.live. And I think the pricing is exorbitant to get the 16. I think it's like, but some of them go to 12, but yeah, that one's like for super professional use. I think that would blow what I'm trying to do out of the water, but it's just interesting to see that. But, well, I'm streaming them over. I don't think I can do a raid, but, Nagnol, if you want to, I don't know if I modded you on my channel. Give me a second. Yeah, you are a mod on my channel. Go ahead and drop the link to For the Homies, and everybody can follow them in there. So we'll just give our final thoughts, and then you guys can go watch For the Homies, one of the most criminally underrated streams. They're the most odd collection of people you'll ever meet, but that's what makes them so fun to watch. Like they're really a good listen, and I highly suggest you go subscribe to them. But so if you want to drop that in the chat there, Nagnol, I'll pin it. I'll try to. From here, but if I don't crash again. But so what would be the final grade there, Professor Savage Dad?
I think kind of like you said, I'm like a C- on it, and I use it, and I've used it for some time, but once I start getting into my regular streams a bit more, and I'm doing something more than I am right now, I'm going to be looking to move into something a little more robust than this. It's fine if you're solo. Like, it's actually, one thing that this is a strength that it does have, the Rumble Studio app on Android works pretty damn well. So like I do car streams sometimes.
Okay.
So I'll go into the studio app. It's very quick, simple, easy to set up, which, I think we both agreed on that. And you just go live and boom, it goes live from your phone, shoots out to everything you want to shoot it out to from your phone. And yeah, that's really simple. If I'm doing a car stream, that's perfect. But again, that's just me by myself.
Right.
Other than that, panels, gaming is eh.
Yeah, and like the compression.
I had problems last night.
Compression's garbage.
And if you look at the audio issues I was dealing with last night, or some of the The long streams I do with the 3D printer, where I'll do kind of a fishbowl and let it play music and let a print run. Apparently, this is a thing some people do. Somebody suggested it to me. I'm like, cool, I'll let the printer broadcast for me. But it will, if you're doing a long stream of something, sometimes Rumble will just cut out. And I've had it, like at a 3-hour stream, just lose the stream. And that was frustrating. And that's because of these things where it drops your camera, it drops connection, and you get back in the studio and you think you're in there. Like when I was driving to Vegas, that was the one that really pissed me off because I was doing a drive stream all the way from here in Phoenix to Vegas. And I thought for like 45 minutes, the stream picked back up. And when I went and stopped and used the restroom and checked my phone, no, it had been dead for a while. I'm like, fuck. I was kind of pissed. So even on the car streams, I have run into problems, but it's usually with long streams.
But we were only 20 minutes in mine crapped the bed on the desktop that doesn't have any problems with StreamYard. It's like, come on, Rumble. You're like, you could have been somebody. You're like the Fredo of streamers right now. Like you could have been, like you were at the top, but you could have been better. All right. If this is how it's going to be, you need to go fishing. All right. So this is inexcusable. Come on, let's go. I'm holding your feet to the fire. You have something here. There's good bones, but that's all it is bones right now. So I would agree. C- for smaller streamers or people that want to stream videos, and a total F for panels that get donations. It's not good. You cannot risk losing super chats and stuff, but for people that support you so well. And thank you for the almost 30 concurrent people on my channel. I'd never do anything on my channel, but I'm so passionate about this because I want a good competition breeds better products, and StreamYard needs some competition, and I'm going to call them out. I hope the stream does well after the fact as well. And I hope people start understanding that there's other options out there. Unfortunately, Rebel Studio isn't it, fam? So I would like to thank Professor Savage Dad for coming on. It was a pleasure meeting you in person, sir.
That was awesome, dude.
Yeah, it was, well, except for your couch. But
that thing's still in plates.
I'm gonna buy one so real quick.
I'll send you a link for that thing.
Yeah, so he had an inflatable couch. Unfortunately, it was the windiest day I think on record, it seemed like, in Las Vegas, and it blew off into the distance, got impaled, we thought, and somebody found it, and it still works. So yeah, we'll drop the link to Amazon later. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, it was fun hanging out with him. But thank you for coming on the show. You had a lot of insight that I wasn't even thinking about. But that's why I want to stream with people that I've streamed with before, that I know that are passionate about this. You, Tomby, who's going to be on the next one, guys, which will be really awesome. You couldn't make it tonight, which is totally understandable. But thank you for tuning in. Tune in next week at 8:30 Eastern, and we will believe the next one on the docket will either be Restream.io or OneStream Live. Those ones it's side by side, but it's going to be one of the next ones. Those ones are one of the more compelling options, especially Restream.io. I've done it with Nerdy Neo. I'd love to get him on because he uses it all the time. But yeah, we're going to go deep dive. We're going to get people on this panel, and we're going to try to get varying opinions from beginner, expert, and anything in the middle. So
I'll have to ask, but I think Static might use it as well. I can't remember what he uses. Right. I'll ask him.
Yeah, we'll get a basketball team in here because Static's freaking huge. But yeah,
he's an ogre.
Yeah, he really is. He's very tall. But anyways, thank you everybody for coming to watch this tonight. I really appreciate it. I'm looking forward to doing the next one. I'm super hyped, and hopefully we'll see you next week. Especially if you're a streamer and you're wanting to get into streaming, I'm putting my money on the line. I'm paying for these services out of my own pocket to see which one's the best. And then we're going to find one, fam. It's going to happen. So thanks for coming out, and I'll see you on the next one.